It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2009, and we're talking about depression. What am I going to say? Honestly, I don't know why I don't want to make this video. Something about talking about this. I think subconsciously I'm like resisting making a video about this. I am a very strong woman. I'm kind of known for being very forward, fearless, I don't know, courageous, daring, whatever. I'm not known as someone who fears a lot of stuff. But I do have one fear, and that is failure. And it's like I allow myself to fail and pick myself back up, but when I fail, I get extraordinarily depressed and angry with myself. And it's sort of this self-hatred wallowing in the misery of the non-success. And that's really the only time that I get down. I have my ups and downs, you know, in life, but basically when I can't manage to do something that I thought I could do, or when I disappoint someone else, and am viewed as a failure to them, I just sort of want to disappear. And what does that have to do with weight loss? I don't typically disappear into food. We've gone over this before. I generally am a happy eater. Like when Jason's here this week, I want to celebrate by going out and eating food and whatever, but
no.
We're not going to. We're going to instead make healthy choices and hopefully stay on plan all week. But when I get in that mood where I just need to withdraw, generally I drink. And if I had to pick one sin food that just tops all the others, it would be alcohol. And not only is it just so incredibly detrimental to weight loss, but it's detrimental to the spirit. Drinking all the time, it's like it's fun, but then it's like this big crash. And it's not so much an alcoholism thing, but I think if I didn't have so much self-control, it would become alcoholism, and that's something that I've given thought to before, just because it's the place I go when I get depressed, and it's always kept me overweight especially since I've been 21, because you go out and you drink, and then that leads to more eating and then more drinking, and it just becomes this social lubricant, but it's always a way for me to mask. Because if I'm feeling really cheerful and happy, I generally don't need to drink. I generally don't even think about it. But when I am feeling like a failure, I just want to disappear, and alcohol aids me in doing that. I recently decided I am not going to be drinking alcohol, speaking of which, and I have found it difficult, which is sort of almost embarrassing for me, but I might as well confess that here. I found it hard to not drink. There seems to always be an opportunity to go drink. I mean, I literally, since my weigh-in on Thursday, I have said I'm not going to drink alcohol until I get to goal, or I'm not going to drink very much. I may have a drink if it's a perfect situation, but I'm going to try to avoid it as much as possible, because it's not good for weight loss. And I've found it pretty tricky. I never realized how much I have alcohol as a constant part of my life. I know I track it when I have it, but like every night since I've made that vow, I have had an event where there was alcohol, and I have had to not get any. Even last night when we went to Mexican with Sean, like, I could have got a drink. I normally would have, or got a beer, you know, but I didn't. And I know a lot of you have seen my Why Water is Important video, which if you haven't seen it, you really should, because I talk all about the science about how water works. But to briefly summarize, water makes the kidneys work great, which takes the burden off the liver, which makes the liver be able to burn or convert the stored fat in your body into energy, which then you can burn off. So basically the liver's function is to make you burn fat off your body, essentially, although it doesn't do it itself. And in order for the liver to function properly, you need to be completely hydrated. And what happens when you drink alcohol, as I've learned since making this vow not to drink alcohol, is that your liver stops taking the fat off your body and making it into energy. It just works on burning off the fats from the alcohol. So literally you stop burning fat when you start drinking alcohol, because the liver literally just goes only to the alcohol and is just trying to pull those fats and burn them off as quickly as possible. And it's a double whammy too, because when you drink alcohol, then you also get dehydrated, which makes your kidneys work less, which makes your liver work way less, which means you're not even burning off the fats from the alcohol. So not only are you not burning off the fats from your body, but then you're adding all these extra fats that your liver can't burn off because you're dehydrated. It's just a big fuck show. It's a total disaster for weight loss. So that's what I do when I'm depressed, and it's been really interesting, I suppose, to make the decision not to go that place. Even though I'm not really depressed right now. It's kind of part of my life, and it is definitely the first place I go when I get depressed. Somehow this turned into a rant on alcohol. I'm okay with that, because I didn't really know what I was going to say. Anyway, do I want to say anything else? I've never been a very depressed person. I'm a very cheerful, happy, peppy person. But even if it's just temporary, when I feel like a failure, whenever that feeling hits me, I go straight for the alcohol, which, as I've just proven scientifically, and as we know from weigh-ins that have been bad for me, it completely hinders my progress. And the tortilla pizzas are in the oven! So thank you for watching. Tomorrow there is no one. We have received a whole heck of a lot of submissions for Wednesdays, and we've got a couple people that we're really interested in. We haven't yet made up our mind, but thank you so much for all your submissions for Wednesday's vlogger spot. I'm not sure when we'll actually add someone, probably in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, we'll see you on Thursday with Juan, and I'll see you next week. Say bye, Jason.
Bye, Jason.